React in Google Cloud Platform or just Google Cloud Hosting. So what I'm going to be talking about really quick in as short of a time as possible is how to register a domain with Google, sign up for a cloud hosting service, and be able to create an app using React. So what I have here is something that I was managed to whip up using the template, and the full code's available on GitHub. If you're interested, I'll put the link in the description. Alright, so to get started, the first step that you're going to want to do is to download the Cloud SDK. Just go to the URL here, cloud.google.com, and then grab your MSI installer if you're Windows or whatever you're using for your operating system. This is going to be necessary to be able to run some of the commands we're going to use. So you're going to want to grab that, and then you're going to want to add the path of the install. So for Windows users, you're going to want to go to your Google Cloud SDK install location. I believe, I can't remember exactly what the default cloud install location is, but just make sure you pay attention to that so you can add it to path. So to do that, you just go to Computer Properties, Advanced System Settings, Environment Variables, scroll down here to Path, and click Edit. Then go to the very end and add in the Google Cloud path. So scrolling over, the default install location is C users username app data local Google Cloud SDK. So let me just get that real quick for you. So that would be right here if you need it. Alright, so anyway, once you have the SDK installed, you're going to want to download Node.js. Just go to https://nodejs.org. I'll throw that in the description as well. Choose your installer. Make sure you know what bit operating system you're using. If you want to be safe, you can use the 32, although if you know you're 64, use 64. It's probably a little bit faster. And then once you're done installing Node.js, you're going to want to add Node.js to the path. So you're going to need to go to Environment Variables once again, scroll down to Path, and at the very end, you're going to want to add this in here. Once I just grab it. So mine installed here. Just make sure that you just go to the very end of whatever your path is here, if you haven't already had Node.js installed, and then just semicolon and paste that in. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break anything. Alright, so once you're done with that, you've gotten the Google Cloud SDK, Node.js, then you're able to, and you added both those to the path, then you're able to go to the next step, which is to create React app. So the first thing you want to do is go to your command prompt. You're going to want to run it as admin, and you're going to cd into whatever your working repo is if you need to. It just makes it a little bit easier. And then you're going to just quickly run the npm install command, which is this here. Create React app. So you type that in, hit enter, it'll install globally, so everywhere in your computer, it doesn't matter what your directory is, it'll just allow you to run the actual next command that you need to create the app. So what I did was I made a workspace folder. You want to do that if you can, so just make a little folder that you can run this command into. You hit paste, and this will create a new React app, in your directory. So wait for it to finish, and then open your Windows Explorer and go into your workspace. Again, you don't need to use the same file paths as me. I recommend using just root or C and workspace. I'm just doing this for the tutorial. And once that's finished executing, you're going to need to get started on creating an account with Google Cloud. So let me just open this. Google Cloud, type Google Cloud in the browser. I think it's this one. Go here, yeah. So click try it free. Sorry, 1 second. And then you can sign in with Google. I don't really want to go through the rest of this stuff because I'm already registered, of course. But sign in with Google, and then once you have an account with them, you're gonna have some sort of page that looks like this. So the Google Cloud Platform. What you're gonna want to do is go to storage when you get to the screen and you've signed up, and then you're going to go into your browser, and then you're going to need to create a domain name first. So before you do anything else in here, if you know what your domain name is going to be, then you can create the bucket. But otherwise, go to Google Domains. It looks like this. I type bananas, and hit enter, and then in bananas you can see which one's available. They have prices for you right here. Apparently you can get hydrogen monoxide if you want that domain, and then you add it to cart, and then you proceed to checkout and ask for your billing info. So I'm not going to do any of that, but you get the idea. So once you get a domain, you're going to need to check your email, accept all the junk that comes with it, and once you have your what is it called? Your domain here. If you head to this this location in My Domains in your Google account, you should have a list of your domains. You're going to need to go to configure DNS, so click that, and you're going to need to set up a CNAME. A CNAME is going to take two parameters. One is the C storage Google APIs, and the other is the subdomain that you're going to use. So I have a few here because I was testing and just guessing, so just kind of ignore that. But www is fine, just use www in this field, and then type this in this field, and then hit add. And then that way you have registered a subdomain for your domain name. And once you're done with that, then you can head back over to the bucket like I was saying before, and then you're going to do create bucket. Type your bucket name here. It's going to be the full path of your domain. So if you did bananas, it'd be bananas and .com, and then just do multi-regional and hit create and create the bucket. So once you're done creating the bucket, you're going to want to go into it, and oh, I'm sorry, there's one thing I missed. So what you want to do is actually click these triple dots here. You get two things. One is going to enable website configuration, and you're going to type index.html here, and you're going to hit save. And then the second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to edit the default storage class. Sorry, not the edit default. I did that twice now. You're going to want to go into edit bucket permissions. So edit bucket permissions, add members. You're going to want to type all users here, and you're going to select a role, and it's going to be, I believe, storage and storage object viewer. All right, and then you're going to hit add. Okay, So the reason we did that was to, well, I guess to tie everything together. The reason you made a CNAME is so you can actually link your Google domain name that you registered here with your subdomain and where you're serving it from. So this is just basically saying grab from www.yoursite.com, bananas.com. You're going to grab the static pages, the web pages from the Google Storage API. This is a placeholder for the actual IP address. So whatever we put in this bucket is going to be served to be served for this URL. Okay, so now we covered everything up until your npm build. So I believe there's a few other steps. Let's see if this works. So let's just do npm start. Actually, let's just do npm build. No. Let me just close something here. I need to close the thing that's running so it doesn't conflict on the port. So if I do npm start, yes. There is one thing that we needed to do. This is related to npm not being able to find a file. Complete log. Oh yeah, okay. Because I created the app with this open, it doesn't know about this package.json file. So hold on here. So open your command prompt again. This is horrible. Paste this here. cd in to your repo or your local location. And I think an example app. Yeah. So maybe I did this wrong. Maybe I wasn't in this actual location, but do npm start, and it should start your website. Yeah, so then you should see something like this. And once you see this, then you're good to go. So let's go ahead and build it. And you're going to Control-C to kill your server, your Node.js server. So if you refresh the page, it will die or not be there because that was serving. So if you want to start your app, just do npm start. And then what you want to do is you're going to do an npm build. So if you look in your repo, wherever that is, you should see no build folder. But when you do npm build, npm run build, it will build everything you need for your site here. So then what you want to do is go in here, your build folder. So this is the folder that was generated. Now we have this build folder from running npm run build. Then you want to go in here and you want to grab all these folders and all these assets, and you're going to go back to your Google stuff, your Google server. I'm just going to use, I don't know, this one, I guess. Let me just select all and delete all out of here. Blah. And you're going to paste them all in here. And once it's all in there, you should have your index.html. So I'm going to use this URL, so you can just copy paste right from here and see if it actually is working. So if you see something like this, it's because we did the steps out of order. You're going to need to, or you didn't do this part that I mentioned earlier. You're going to need to click these triple dots. You're going to edit bucket permissions, and you're going to type all users, and you're going to go to storage and storage object viewer, and then hit add. So then down here you should see all users. So that's just basically giving people permission, anyone permission to come see your site. So if I hit refresh on this, I should see React app. Alright, and that's it. So you're done. You can start doing whatever you want with this, with React, and have fun. I think, yeah.